Alrighty then, welcome back everybody, welcome back to another lesson of Japanese lessons. Well, so yesterday I got my drawing done, or well, the concept of it, and I came to the conclusion that I have to make it a little bit more bigger, because, well, a lot of detail is missing, but it is good to have a little bit of an experiment going on with that. But yeah, today I actually wanted to, go back to the things that I wanted to do, which is actually getting these things up and running. So we're going to be using the katakana and mora, I believe, to get to the abbreviations, if I'm correct. That's the word, right? Abbreviations, right? That's the word. Luckily I have this right here.
Abbreviations.
Yes, I spoke it out correctly. All right. So, as you can see, the abbreviations is like a very, well, it's an annoying word, that's for sure. And as you can see, I need to go back here with these things. So right now we have a nuance, I believe, right? It's a nuance, right? A nuance, yeah. So we have a nuance, which is this word right here, which is, can I just go to edit, tools. There you go. So, as you can see, come on. No, I want to select it. Can I just select it or do like something like this? Just hover over it. Can I do that? No. All right, hold up. No, I need to do this manually with the mouse then, I believe. Nope. So not selecting any tools is important here. Alright, now I have this, right? Yes, there you go. So we're dealing with a new one, which is the meishi. So meishi is again the thing that I want. So we have the meishi right here again. So I need to copy this bit of homework. And, well, meishi is then... Oh, fuck's sake. Alright. So we have two things. This bit right here needs to be removed. This needs to be placed back. And then I need to copy this and paste it, of course, again over here. So we have the new one again. So I have the meishi again. So that means I need to make sure that I have that done. So let's fix it up. So we have again the meishi, which is then of course Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and then after that, so we have the meishi again, which is this one, meishi. We have again a meishi right here, and making sure that it's a little bit smaller, tiny bit more. There you go. So we have the meishi right here, and now we have the student. So these are words with the abbreviations, which are a little bit more different than before, but they are like quite easy words here. So student, desk, tasty, high, beautiful, quiet, write, eat, and this is a book, and I will go to Tokyo tomorrow, so that's the thing that I'm going to be getting fully translated as well, the sentence. And then of course after that we finally are at lesson 1, which is then the vocabularies, which I should have had beforehand, which I don't have. So yeah, we're going to be working on this today, getting this whole page done. So we have again a meishi, which is a new one, and we're going to be going here with this. So I'm going to start up Creta again, and then of course go to the Japanese lessons, then make a new one for it. So we have the words of introduction. Come on, here we go. And we're going to be removing this bit right here again. And this time we're going to be saving it as the, of course, abbreviations. 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 Come on. Abbreviations. Alright, so now we have this like that. And what I'm going to be aiming now to do is, of course, that I need to go back at this. So just removing all of these things. Quite important. And then make this into a group. So now we have this again. And we're going to be aiming for that bit. Alright. Now, no further ado, let's get started. So we have the Google Translate right here. We have the other thing as well, which is this one. Right here for the hiragana da. So we have that one as well. Gonna move that backwards. And we can start again. So now we are with student. So the first one here is, let's see, which one is that? So we have the first bit, which is the ga. So we have a ga. So we have a ga, and then we have a ku. And after the ku, we have a se. So ga, gakuse, 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 gakuse. I believe that's the word. So let's see if that is correct by making sure that we have a thing. So first things first, we're gonna go for is a ga. So I'm gonna grab that letter right here on the other screen and then making sure that I have that in there. So I'm gonna go here, type that in. So we have the ga right there, and we're gonna go for English to Japanese. Well, from Japanese to English. So we have ga.
Ga.
Yes. Then we have a ku. Well, type that in. So ku. Then we have gaku. So now we have gaku.
Gaku.
Yes, gaku. Then it's the se. So now we need to go for the se one. Gaku se, and then it's gaku se. Gaku se. So se. Time to get that one. Oh, gaku se. Gaku se, and then we have gakuse.
Gakuse.
And then we have an e. Well, it is a, yeah, then we have an e, which then means it is an a, because of how long, it's a long vowel now, because that's how the e's work. Unless it's an a or an o, and then it's an oi or an I. So yeah. So now let's see if I can get it. So now it's gakuse.
Gakuse.
Yeah, gakuse. Gakuse. So yes, that is indeed student. That's how you write student as well. So now that we have done that, and we know that it's indeed correct, we don't have to add that because, well, you know, it's that, but I want to make sure that I have that correctly set. So I want to actually have, oh, for fuck's sake. No. I need that bit, and we're going to be adding that in there. So we're going to make a new bookmark here, or a new annotation on page 1138. So we're going to be just typing that, and we're going to be typing it in there. So it's gaku, gaku, gakuse, 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 se, yeah, so it's gakuse. So we have gakuse. Not gakusi, but gakuse, because it's not a. Gakuse, no, it's gakuse. Right?
Gakuse.
Yeah, gakuse. So it's a, so not e, but so yeah, it's a little bit different, because normally when you have a long vowel, you know, when you speak out a long vowel like I, oi, u, a, like with C, you know, those things like that. Like you have the EA. you don't say that in Japanese, most likely. So you have, instead of that, you have the se, the o, the a, but you also have the I, oi. So yeah, there you go. Those are the long vowels, basically. So there you go. Now we have that done. We now have this bit correctly placed. So I'm going to be putting that like that. Gakuse. And now I need to make sure that I write it down because, well, you know, I need to do that as well. So time to take a screenshot here. Again, like so. I can do that. I can write student quite quick. Student is not an issue here. Alright, so let's put that in there. Oh, let's paste it. SRPG. There you go. Now we have it very small. Don't want that. Of course, I want it big. So let's do that. Let's go make it a little bit more bigger. Like something like that, maybe. Yeah, like something like that. Alright. So first we're going to be writing down student. So first things first. Making sure that it is transparent. We're going to be writing it down as a white color. So there you go. And we're going to need to go back to 25 for this because it's a big picture. So we have student. So student. Student, because that's how you write student, if I'm correct. The answer is yes. Alright, now we're gonna go for the thing that I want to do, which is actually getting the letters done. I need to make it a little bit more bigger, something like that. Alright. So now we're gonna do it. So we have the ga. Then the ku. Then the se. Well, se. And then we have the e or the e, which is then kako se, because it's a long one. We can even check that out, like, you know, if we want to, we can actually check out if it is correctly said like that. So kako se, and then the e is spoken out and not the, well, the e is not spoken out, so we need to make sure that is that e. There you go. And then we can remove it. Alright, so now, if I'm correct, which should be quite good, I'm gonna be pulling up that one thing that I actually always want to do, which is actually getting the bookmark, writing, and then that one, kanjis. And there we go, and then I type in student. So now we have a student, right? We have student, university student, or whatsoever, which is gakuse. So we actually have a kanji for it, which I should be very good with it, so
学生学生学生
gakse. Oh, because the you don't say gakse, right?
学生学生学生
生徒
Yes.
学生
Yes, because you don't speak out the you as well. Oh yeah, I forgot that part. Damn it. So that is indeed correct. You don't speak out the you at the end of a sentence. Oops. My bad. This is why you always need to double check this, because translator is not always correct. So it's gakse. So gakse. Because the u is not the same with desu. Desu, you don't say the des, you don't say the u, so you only say des. Same thing here with that one. Because it's gaku, which means not the u, you just say gak, and then you have the se. Alright, we also have the kanji for it, so I will technically do that because I know how this is gonna be I'm gonna be hitting myself in the back if I don't do that. So we're gonna be putting also the kanji in there because, well, why not? We're gonna also do that one because that is indeed the thing that I want to go for. So we have multiple ways of how to write it down in sentences or things like that. So there was a senior student scared of school, main gate, blah blah blah. So yeah, there are many ways of how to spell it down. You can spell it as the kana one, but you can also write it down as the kanji one in a sentence. So I need to make sure that I also do that one. So we have, but we don't have to do that just yet because of how this works. Well, we don't have to do it just yet, so that's good. I'm sure that the kanjis will be arriving shortly because, yeah, here you go. Here are the kanjis as well. So yeah, let's not focus first on the kanjis. Let's first focus on the kana then, and I need to make sure that I technically make this happen. So it's gakse. There you go, gakse. Not gaksi, but gakse. And then we have that one done. Let's save it. And let's save this one as well. And then we're gonna go to the next one. All right, now we're at the next one, which is a desk. Which is, let's take up the picture here that I have of all the words here. So we are dealing with a picture, which is a tsu. So tsu, tsuku, suku, suku, and then the N with a stripe. Tsuku, an N with a stripe. Where is that one? It's always a little bit. Tsuku. Tsukue, tsukudie, tsukudie, tsukudie. Wow. Tsukudie. That means it's not tsuku, then it's tsuke, suke, suke, not tsuku, tsuke. So it's suke. All right. I think that's the word. So let's see if I'm correct with this. So we're gonna go back at the thing that I have here. So we're gonna go first for the tsu. The first tsu, the first tsu you speak out, but if this u is at the outside, you don't speak it out. That's the basic rule of thumb on these things. It's quite annoying, but you get used to it. So we have tsu.
Tsu.
Then we have a ku again. Then we have a ku again. So then we have a ku. Arrival.
Tsuku.
Tsk. And then we have the I. The je. The ye.
Tsukue.
Yeah, tsuke. But the U, I believe the U is not spoken out, but I don't know for sure. So I'm gonna be typing in desk here. And we have this one.
Tsukue. 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 Tsukue.
Yes, you do speak it out this time. Because of the U, the U gets translated to an A because of how you write down the A in this one. Because it has it's a little bit more difficult than the other one. So we have another one here. And let me just grab that bit. So it's tsukue. Oh wait, it's tsuke, right? Oh, come on. So technically it's this one, right?
Tsukue. 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 Tsukue.
Tsukue.
Tsukue. 机
Yeah, because of how the pronunciation is done. Yeah. Because of the j in it. So technically it's tsukuye. So it's tsuku and then e. So tsukue. So it's tsukue. Kue. So tsukue. That's how you spell it. And that's mainly because of how that mainly because of the J in it. So it's tsukue. Tsukue. So tsukue. That's mainly because of this one. Let me just grab that. So you have this bit right here, which is the e, right? That's the word, that's the last one. It begins with the J, so it's actually J. And because of that, the U is actually written out long instead of forgotten, because of that bit right there. So it's tsukue. All right. Now that we know that, I can then go back here, So we have tsukue, and then a little bit longer. There you go. Tsukue, and then of course again save it, and then we're gonna be going back to here and grab that one as well. So we have desk this time, and we know that this is like that. This time nothing is different. So we're gonna go now here, copy this one, then go over here, paste it again. It's like a very basic thing, but it's good to keep up with the work, you know. But I wanted to do I wanted to get a little bit more better at the drawing bits that I wanted to create for the visual novel. However, not everything is always as good as it possibly can, because, well, you know, you're busy with doing things in the background as well. Alright, so we have desk. So let's write down desk. Where do I want desk to be written down? I have this bit right here, so I can actually put it here, right? Yeah. So desk. D-A-D-A-S-K. Desk. And that D is absolutely terrible, so I need to do a rework on that. Desk. Then, of course, making sure that it is transparent. There you go. So we have tsukue, tsukue, and that's a long one, and that's a long vowel. All right. Nice. Now we have done that. Tsukue. And now we're going to go to the next one. And repeat and repeat. That's basically how this is going to be going. Alright. Now, with that one set, we can now actually go to the next one, which is an adjective again. So we have another adjective. We have the adjective right here. This one right here. So that's the same one, right? Yeah, that's the same one, so I need to be doing that again. So we have the adjective, which is this one, which is then, of course, the ikiyoshi, the ikiyoshi adjective, the kiyoshi adjective. So basically, that's how it works. So it's ikiyoshi, so and then kiyoshi is then adjective. So let's just grab that bit, copy it, and then paste it right here. Because, well, you know, we need to make sure that every single time it's get translated, it's written correctly. Because otherwise I'm going to be absolutely hitting myself every single time I see it happening. So we have this one. So I'm going to be putting it right here. Yes. So we have that one right there. Why is this like... This is terribly placed, by the way. Holy shit. Okay, so now we have tasty. Tasty means that we have an I at the beginning. So we have... wait, not an I at the beginning. Hold up. I'm looking at the wrong thing. So, we have what? We have an O. We have an E. So it's oi, oi, oishi, 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 oishi. Alright, oishi. And this is doable. So we go back at this bit and do it again. So we're gonna go first for the O. Make it happen. So first for the O one. Grab that one. And then this bit right here. No. I hate that this thing cannot be... I hate that the two tabs cannot be separated in the bit. So we have O.
O.
Yeah, O. Then we have an OE. So now we have an E, which means big. So we have O many. So it's OI. And then OE is an many, I believe. So delicious.
Oi.
Yeah, OE. And then we're gonna get... Then we're gonna go the she bit. Then we have the she.
Oishi.
Oishi. And then, of course, oishi.
Oishi.
Yeah, oishi. So there you go. And then we can actually get this bit right here. We can actually copy this and paste it here to find the word again. So we have delicious, which we can go for. So delicious, I believe no words is delicious, right? Splendid, attractive, blah 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 blah, skillful, delicious. Well, there is one. There is one very tasty. Let's see, but it has no wording. No. So yeah, we have of course delicious, which is then
Oishi.
oishi, because we have the O, the OE, which we can go for. We can go for oi, oishi. So oishi. So that's what I'm gonna go for. So now we have delicious, and this time I actually do need to select it all because, well, no, not select. Screenshot. Come on, take a screenshot. Yes. There you go. And now we're gonna go here. So we need to make sure that that is correctly placed. So now we're gonna put that underneath. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting it underneath. Fuck it. So it's O, oi, oi, oishi, oishi. So it's oi, oi, oishi. So o, oi, oishi. So oi, yeah. Oishi. Oishi. So that's how you say it out loud, because it's oishi. So it's oishi. So oi, oishi. Because there's a long vowel 1, long vowel 2. So it's oishi. So oishi, right? Double check.
Oishi.
Oishi, yes, oishi. Oishi. So there you go. And then we're gonna paste that there, and we're gonna make it small enough. Oishi. Oishi. Oi, oishi. Oi, oishi. So oishi. So oishi, because I hate not typing it like that, but yes. So oishi. So technically it's oishi. 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 Alright. Now we have done that. And we have the full thing. Yes, I can make it smaller. So there you go. So now we have oishi. So now we have oishi underneath. I could also put it sidelines. Let's do it like that then. Fuck it. So we have gakshi and desk. And then of course sukue. Oh well. Sukue. Sukue. Yeah, sukue. Tsukie. Tsukie. Fuck. Tsukue. Yeah, tsukue. So now we have oichi. So oichi. Alright. Now we have that one. We have copy this bit, right? And then we can actually paste that in here as WebPNG. This time I'm gonna be making a selection happening. Move the first selection down, upgrade the selection to a bigger size because holy shit, that's terrible otherwise. There you go. Then do the selection again. There you go. Then deselect. And then, of course, we're going to be now making sure that that's transparent. Alright, so we have oichi. Oichi, alright. Oichi and tsuke. Tsuke. Tsuke, and that's then desk. And then we have the other one, which is then student, which is gakse. 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 Yeah. Gakse. 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 Yeah. Gakse. Not gakse, but gakse. Gakse! Long vowel. Alright, let's go first making this a little bit more bigger. Like so. And then I can write it down. So we have delicious again. So again. D-E-L-E-C-E-O-S. O-U-S, delicious. Then we move this one upwards and type it down. O E She E Oichi. Oichi. Yeah, oichi. So oichi. Oi. Oichi. Alright. There you go. And done. So again, O E Shi. Oichi. Oichi. So technically that one, because they're double I, you don't speak that one out. So it's a long I thanks to that. Alright. Save it and go forward. Now, what's the next one be at? Because that's always the thing. So now we have high. High, which means most likely be like height itself. So height. So high. That is a ta. Ta with combined with what? Another Takai. Takai. Okay, so Takai is in high. Alright, Takai, so let's do that. Let's go back here. And let's go then over here with that one. So we have a ta. High is then of course Takai. So we have the ta. So let's go first for that one. A ta. It's a ta, right? Yeah, it's a ta. Alright. So we have the first one is a ta. So ta. Then we have a ka, if I'm correct. Takai. Let me double check. That's a H. Yes, that is indeed a ka. So tak. Taka. So now we have taka.
taka,
And then, of course, the last one is an I. So takai. Because this time it's a long vowel of an A. So I. Takai. Right?
takai,
Yes, takai. Which means then, of course, high. Alright. Now let's see how you say it out loud in this way. So we're gonna go for high. High or tall, takai. High is then tak.
高い高い高い
Yeah, takai. Yes, indeed, it is indeed correct. All right, so we have that indeed correct. So let's put that in there. So let's put that in here. So we have indeed takai. Takai. All right, takai. So we have takai. Takai. And of course, takai. And no. There you go, takai. All right. So now we need to get that back in there, and then of course getting this bit right here. Well, I'm not going to be doing the high part. I can type high quite easily. So just copy this bit, and now we're going to go here and write it down. So again, paste it as RGB. Takai. Like so. And then making sure that I have this one right here. So we have high. So let's write it down. High. Let's move it a little bit more down, then make sure that this bit is moved over there. Then write it down. So that is indeed ta K. Alright, let's save it. And we're almost halfway there. That's the whole point of this whole damn thing. So let's just save it again. And now we're going to beautiful and quiet. So now we don't have the, now we have the adjective, the other version of it. So the se, I believe, or the tai, one of the two. Just give me a second. I need to grab the, come on. Yeah, there you go. All right. Let me now grab this one, and then let's see which one we have. We have now another adjective, which is the the adjective of this one, which is then the na adjective. So the na adjective of the, so it's the na adjective, which means then of course na keiyoshi. So yes. The nakayoshi, which is another adjective. So we're gonna write that down again. So we have again here we have this bit. Type it down. Honestly, I think making this like that. There you go. The Nakiyoshi, and then of course we have now beautiful, which means we have a na at the end of it. So let's see what we have here. We have the key. So we have the key, and then we have a Z1, that is kiri, kire, kire, then it's an E, so it's kire, 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 and then kirisa, kirina, what the hell, kirina, beautiful. So we have something like that. So now the question is, how the hell so it's kire, and then kirina. So most likely that's the adjective towards it. So that's the when you try to say that somebody is beautiful instead of, you know, a beautiful flower. So kire. So we're gonna go first for the E, the key. So let's go first for that one. Oh, fuck. I did it wrong, right? I did it wrong. Oh well. So let's go here and then type it in. So key. Let's first do the thing that I need to do. So let's type in first key. Then we have the ure, which is some kind of Z thingy. So then we have the key. Kire.
Kire.
Yeah, kire. And then we have the ki e, and then we have the E. So that's kire. Kire. So now we have kire. Kire.
Kire.
Yeah, kire. And then we have the na. And then we have the na. So now the question is like, what does this mean? What does this cause this to happen?
Kireina. Kireina.
So now we're gonna be first seeing if this is correct. So let's go first for beautiful and see how that turns out to be. And of course only words. Beautiful, pretty, sweet, pure, hot, beautiful, fair. So there are double standards here. We need to go for the key. So that is this one right here. Kire.
Kirei. Kirei. Kirei.
And here you see the, and here you have the adjective. So it's kiyoshi. So the kiyoshi adjective. So that's where the adjective is. So we don't have the I adjective. We have the na adjective. That's why it's actually the na one. So look at the difference of the sound here.
美しい
Yes. All we have.
Kirei.
Kire. See? Lots of difference because of the adjective that it is actually derivative from. So technically, yes, you write down the na in it, but you don't write the na in it, but you make sure that the adjective is memorable. So because of the adjective being there, so because the na adjective is mentioned, that's how then the beautiful is spoken out differently. Because you have two different meanings of beautiful, which means if you had Google Translate and you had beautiful typed in, you had two different options of it. So if I had this one, and I would have, switched around the language here, it would have, you have this,
美しい
shukushi instead of kire. But because we have the na adjective specifically placed there to make sure that we have the right wording. So we have, instead of beautiful with the I adjective, we actually use the beautiful in the different kind of wording. So we have the na adjective, therefore it's kire, which is correct. So we have now kire in the thing, and otherwise you have this one.
美しい
Uk.
美しい
Utsukuchi. Utsukuchi, right?
美しい
Utsukuchi, yeah. Because of the I adjective being also a thing, and now we're actually looking for the na adjective, which is then kire. So it's quite easy to see the differences between all of them. So if I have beautiful differently, I can actually show you like, alright, well, fine. So we have, again, I need to make sure that I have that written down correctly. So let's just do that again. So ski. Let's just put in the words again because, well, why not? Oh wait, I can actually just, I'm dumb. I'm fucking dumb. Keep me those, you bastard. Thank you. Alright, so because we are using this one,
きれい
we have the things that we want. Alright, so we have kire. So time to write that down because that's indeed a thing that I need to know. So we have different kind of pronunciation, we have different kind of adjectives that actually change up the things on how to write them down or speak them out even, which is important to know. So we have this one, and then of course now we're gonna type it in. So it's ki re kire kire kire. There you go. A little bit smaller. There you go, kire. So we have kire on that side. I'm going to be saving this bastard. And you can see already that there are some major things that can be very difficult to understand. But we have now that, we have the adjective of the kire, and then we need to make sure also that we write it down properly. So let's do that. Beautiful, I think I can spell beautiful correctly quite easily without seeing. It's English is not my forte, but hey, it's something that, well, I always need to learn anyway. So I need to keep up to date with. So why not just do it now? Alright, so now we're having this one, so we're gonna be pasting it again, web RBG, then make it bigger, like such a thing. There you go, that's good enough. And then the first thing we need to do is, of course, typing in beautiful. Well, typing, it's gonna be writing down. Fuck. Oh no. Alright, I know already where I know why I hated that word, because it's absolutely terribly written down. You don't say bew, you say B-A-U. You type it like that. B-A-U, right? It's that way. So beautiful, yes, beautiful. It's definitely beautiful right there. It's not beautiful, no, it's beautiful. Beautiful, yes, beautiful. Just type it in like a fucking garbage person. I forget about that part. Stupid word that is absolutely derivative from French, most likely. But yeah. So, we have this word that's called beautiful, and then we're going to be making it a lot more easier by writing it down how I wanted to write it down. So first, we're going to go for this bit. Which of course is just ki, re. The E is long, the I is silent because the I is at the end. So it's kire. So beautiful means kire. So full. There you go. All right. Now that we've done that part, we can actually save it again. Save, because well, you know, we're busy anyway with it. And let's save it on this side as well. Now, we're almost there. We have like 1, 2, oh for fuck's sake, a whole fucking sentence. Alright, let's do this first bit then first. So, I believe this one is book, if I'm correct. This word is book. This is Tokyo, if I'm correct, and this is tomorrow. So, let's first continue where I wanted to be with this, which is then of course quiet, which has the unfortunate she in it. She with, which one is this then? That's a T double stripe. Let's see. That's a T double stripe. That's a zu. So it's C. So it's shitsu. Shitsu, what? Shitsuka. So Shitsuka, most likely. So Shitsuka. Alright. Well, we're gonna go first for the she again. And type that in. And hopefully get towards the word. But yeah, you can already see that Google Translate is not great. Well, it's never great. It's the worst fucking translator you could go for, but... not the worst, but I need to use it just to get the pronunciations up and running properly, and then I use a different bit like that vocabulary register to get more of the pronunciations right. Alright, so we have she, there you go, she, zu, so now we have a zu instead of anything else. Always very annoying to write. So we have this one. So we have a zu. Oh, for fuck's sake. Did I not write down? Did I not copy the C? Oh, I did not copy it. God damn it. I just typed it in. Like a dipshit. Alright. There you go. Now we have zitsu.
しず
Shitsu. Yeah.
しず
Yeah. Shitsu. And then Shitsu. And then what is the last one? The last one was a ka. Yes. Shitsuka. Shitsuka. Quiet. Basically. So now we have Shitsuka. And let's see if it works.
静か
Yes. Shitsuka
静か
means quiet. However, Google Translate cannot see it because that's how it works. So we have quiet. I believe I typed it wrong. Hold up. Yes, I forgot an A. It's not quit, it's quiet. Quiet, silence. So we have here
静か静か静か
Shizuka. Shizuka. Yeah, Shizuka.
静か静か
Shizuka. Yes, Shizuka.
静か静か
Yeah, Shizuka. Yeah, Shizuka. Shizuka.
静か
Yeah, Shizuka. Shizuka. Alright, Shizuka. Alright, Shizuka. 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 Not Shitsu, but Shizuka. Shizuka. There you go. Shizuka. Shizuka, right?
静か
Yeah, Shizuka. Quiet, silent. So yes, and because of that, if I want to go and type it in, so I have now Shizuka. Oh well, Shizuka, Shizuka, Shizuka. So Shizuka, Shizuka. So we have now quiet. And then, of course, because of that, we also have, that's the na adjective, as you can see. If I now type in quiet, for instance, because this one doesn't register it, and I would type in quiet, right? I would type in quiet. You get this one,
静かな
which is incorrect, because it's not the na afterwards. It is wrong, because we have only the adjective, which is peaceful, silent, and calm. We only have this one.
静か
Yeah, shizuka.
静か
Shizuka, yes, because we only have that one. So that's the whole problem where when you try to use the words from English towards Japanese, it doesn't always, it doesn't translate always correctly, which is the main issue here, because we are dealing with adjectives. All right. Shizuka, right there. And now we need to make sure that I actually also get that right. So we're going to go back here, type that in. Shizu. And then of course we need to go for the ka part. Yes. Where's the ka? I believe it was in here, right? Yeah, that was there. Shizuka. 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 Shizuka.
Shizuka.
静か
Yeah, Shizuka. Shizuka. Alright. So now we have that one. And then we need to make sure that we have this one typed in like that. There you go. And we have this one done. And we're going to be typing it in here. And then tomorrow I will be busy, and then the day afterwards I will also be busy. But I also want to do a gaming stream, so most likely then not this. Then most likely Monday will be the next. Continuation of this. Most likely because I need to do. It's very busy this week. This whole weekend. Well, this whole week basically, which is quite annoying. But it also means that I'm actually getting quite productive on this, because I created a drawing that I wanted to create for the visual novel. I figured out what could work and what doesn't work, made it happen, and then fixed, and then I'm going to be fixing that also. So I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to be working on the Japanese lessons continuously, because I need to always keep up with it. The tempo needs to be there. So now we're going to be... Come on. Don't tell me you cannot select anymore. Alright, I selected it. Yes, I want to paste it. Yes, I want to do that. Yes, alright, good. Now I will select this again. Move it downwards. Move it a bit down. There you go. Alright, make it transparent and then type it in. So first we're going to type in quiet. So that is going to be again on white. Quit, and then with an A added to it. Quiet. Here you go. Shizuka. There you go. Shizuka. Alright. Save it. And now we have actually almost everything done from this whole damn section. The only things that I need to do is then the full word, the full sentence, which is gonna be a pain to do. So I will hold on to this part because, well, I'm already 1 hour in, and well, I already will lose my focus if I do this. So Monday, this will most likely be the time that I will continue this, and then we're going to be fixing the last bits here and there, and then we can actually start with the vocabulary. So, well, the vocabulary of lesson 1, basically. So then we're finally at page 32 of the 212 pages. Amazing. I know, it's very slow, but it means that I'm actually doing a very accurate, I'm doing an accurate step by step, and, well, because I'm doing steps, it means that I can continuously focus on it, and that's why I always like to keep my drawings, my work at 1 hour max. Gaming streams, I can go sloppy and I can do like 3 hour stream and then not get tired because, well, it's not much of a focus. But my mind is always overloaded when I'm like, try to study. So that's why I'm always trying to, when I'm focusing, just keep it at 1 hour. And then have a good rest afterwards, so that you always remember what you did. Because if you don't remember what you did, then you technically didn't learn. That's why you always need to just do it step by step. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be looking forward to next week, which is a lot of writing things down. This will probably be split again into multiple sections because, well, first we need to get this bit up and running. So this is a book. That's the first sentence, and then the next sentence is going to be I will go to Tokyo tomorrow. So yeah, both sentences are important to know, but also important to understand how they are written down. All right, I hope you all enjoyed for now, and thanks for fucking hell, my tongue twisted there. Well, this was all for today. I hope you all enjoyed for now, and thanks all for watching, and I will see you next time. Until then, I want to wish you a lovely day, and